listen, we have a weekly tradition here on BYU Sports Nation. BYU football all access with senior linebacker Michael Alisa. He's an aspiring broadcaster, really engaging personality, and thus we put him on national television and radio. What happens during the bye week for the current BYU footballers? Take a listen. Michael Alisa back on BYU Sports Nation and rocking a fresh new haircut.
Well, thank you.
Looks good.
What is this all about?
Thank you. Well, Ross Oppo was in the locker room cutting everybody's hair, and there was a big line, so I saw that he was doing a good job and jumped in line, and I like what he did.
You got a little part going on.
Yeah. Close attention
Elder
to detail.
Alisa is back.
Here I am. Yeah, zone leader heater. Watch out.
More importantly, what are the ladies saying about your new haircut, Michael?
They haven't. I mean, I think they like it. I don't know. But
what do you think?
I don't talk to ladies that much. So
He's in season, man. Leave the man alone.
Yeah.
Hashtag BYUSN. What do you think of Michael Alisa's haircut?
Yeah, let's get the
Let me
opinions
know.
going right now. BYU football 4-0. How is handling the pressure of an undefeated record on the BYU football team?
I think this week, the coaches have done a good job at not letting us think about it too much, because we hit practice hard on Monday and today, and on Tuesday and today, and there's been no break. We thought that we were gonna have an easy week to kind of heal up and get some rest, but no way. I mean, it's full go, and part of that is because not looking ahead of Utah State, but we play Utah State on Friday, and then quick turnaround.
Short week, yeah.
Thursday against UCF. So we got to get the time in right now.
Is the one-game season thing applicable to the bye week? Like, is it focus on the bye week, or is it Utah State kind of in your mind?
That's an interesting point, because, it is focusing on Utah State. But, I think we should approach this week like what you said.
Win the bye week.
1 week at a time. Yeah, win Utah State this week, not slowly easing into it next week.
You can take
like
that
that.
into the locker room just to tribute Jerem Jordan for that mentality.
Yeah, listen up, guys. Jerem Jordan told me.
Who?
Utah State, we got to beat them this week, the bye week. 1 week at a time. I like that, though. That's real stuff.
Thanks, Michael.
111 passes have been thrown against BYU in the last 2 games. No quarterback sacks. What are you doing about the pass rush?
Well,
Clear your throat. You all right?
I think there might have been 2 sacks last week. We looked back, and I guess Alani had 2, technically. I don't know.
Well, technically, no in the box scores, but
Really?
you guys found 2?
We found 2, so he got credited with 2.
Interesting. Okay.
Later. But that aside, yes, we have been weak with pass rushing. So
Has it really been weak? You had 7 quarterback hurries. Was that enough, or are you guys like, we got to do way better?
well, we had a good hit on this quarterback against Virginia, took him out of the game, but you got to have hits earlier on in the game, I think, because he was just sitting back there, third down, just chilling, holding on to the ball. He's too comfortable, so we got to get rid of that.
A lot of almost there. Looking back at the highlights, Dallin Levitt is almost there. He kind of causes, an errant throw, and Rob Daniel picks it off. Was that a positive thing in film review, or was it, complete the play?
No, definitely positive. Every time you force an interception, yeah.
But
way to go.
The other almost kind of plays.
Yes.
Frustrating more than we're almost there. We're on our way.
So those are things that you just got to tweak. Save 1 step here, a little bit faster off the ball, a little tighter around the end. Those are things that you just have to tweak in practice to make sure that you're at that sack, because one wasted step and you're almost there.
Yeah. Certainly this team thrives on aggression, and that has accounted for some penalties. You're the most penalized team in America. How do you keep the aggression levels up and pull back on the penalties?
So that's been one of our focuses this week, because like you said, we have a pretty ferocious team. We all run to the ball. Our effort level is there. And we talk about it as a defense. We're proud of where we're at in terms of effort. But being assignment sound, penalties, those are the things that hurt us in the game. And one thing that we've been doing in practice is perfect 10s. In layman's terms, sprints. So, you hold hands, walk up, you all walk up together. Everything has to be in perfect unison. Everyone says down, and shoots their hands down to the grass in unison. And we wait till the ball to move, and you fire out together. And if it doesn't work, then you just keep going until you get, the required limit.
And how have you done?
The first day, so we started yesterday. We did horribly. And we did it today again, right before practice. And, we're really tired. Had to go until we got, 6 was what we had to get today, and we had to go until we got 6. And we ended up doing 25 total just to get the 6 perfect ones.
Yeah.
So those are things that teach us to just be disciplined, wait until you see the ball move, fire out together. Everyone has their job. Focus on what you're doing. Don't get mad at the guy next to you because he's messing up. Just do your responsibility.
Is it hard, like, is it Sai Tautu? Is that how you say his name?
Mm-hmm.
Sai?
Yeah.
He gets an unsportsmanlike penalty because he's celebrating in the guy's face. He, hit the receiver hard. Is it hard not to do that when you have a big hit, as opposed to celebrating with the teammates?
I mean, it's tough because the adrenaline's pumping. You're
That's
feeling,
what's up!
you just have that rage just going, and you have to have that to play well. And I mean,
you have to play with a little bit of hate in your heart.
Yeah, you have to be on edge. Yeah, you got to have a little chip on your shoulder and kind of have a little strut going. So that's tough. I mean,
but at a guy versus with your teammates or by yourself.
Right.
Or fishing.
So what you got to do is keep the strut, but aim it towards your teammates. Yeah.
So after you make a big play, are you just looking for a teammate? I need to celebrate.
Somebody help me quick, or I'm going to do it against the opponent and get a flag.
Isn't it funny, though, that in that moment, like, you should rest, but all of a sudden you exert all this other energy, like, jump, slap each other, woo!
I'm so tired, I can barely breathe, but let's go crazy. Yeah, exactly. I don't know where that energy comes from.
Basketball, you're the first guy to sprint up the court after you make a bucket. Yeah, let's go, Dave, let's go. And, like, everyone's trotting back, like, calm down, man.
Yeah, no, it's like in those video games when you're doing well and, like, your little energy meter starts powering up, and then you can, like, do your little Guitar Hero.
Your power move.
Yeah, power move. Yeah, so that's what it is, and then you just, like, it gives you even more energy after you celebrate with your teammates.
Speaking of fatigue, 102 plays that Virginia ran on BYU. It's like it was the role reversal. BYU ran 62 plays on offense. You faced 102 as a BYU defense. How are you feeling after that game?
Guys are pretty tired.
Yeah.
I mean, good thing it's a bye week. I'm not saying we're taking time off, but we're going hard in practice. But after a game like that, I mean, we were exhausted. And it was midday, extremely hot. All the guys on the team were sick. I don't know if you can hear my voice. I'm kind of just, I was under the weather, finally coming out of that. But, it was a really hard game. I thought Virginia was really good.
When did you feel like, they've run a lot of plays. We've been on the field for a long time. When did that set in?
I mean, I think throughout the whole game, they kept sustaining drives by converting on third downs. And while that's going on, you're sitting on the field like, holy cow, come on. We got to get these guys, into punting situations. So, I mean, it was throughout the game. And I think that luckily, we can hang our hat on keeping them to field goals, but we got to end those drives sooner before they're in field goal range.
What have your coaches said to you this week? I mean, what has been the message from Bronco Mendenhall and Nick Callan and all your defensive coaches?
Be disciplined, and stay together as a team and know exactly what you're doing and do it. Like I said, they're happy with how we're running to the ball and with how hard we're fighting, but we just got to hone in our energy and focus it on our job.
Is there a nervous anxiety associated with getting close to the kind of limits of your goals? Like 24 points allowed. I'm not sure what the yardage is, if you have one. Mm-hmm. As you kind of see that going, oh, gee, we got to go.
Yeah.
We got to keep them under.
I definitely think so. And so during the game, they tell you not to look at the scoreboard, but I mean.
How do you not?
It's right there.
It's the context in which you're playing.
Yeah. That's the point of the game, is to get more points than them and allow less points than they allow us. And on defense, our goal was to keep them under 24 points, and we didn't get that goal. So that was frustrating, and we did know that we were, a little slacking off that day.
During a bye week, I mean, Utah State is a week from Friday. Do you spend any time focusing on the competition up front, or is it just about your team for the first week?
Like you brought up earlier, we want to work on pass rushing, and our offensive line needs to work on pass blocking. So what we've been doing over these past couple of days is just that. We've been doing pass under pressure situations and just going at it for most of practice. And offense will run pass play after pass play after pass play with the whole offensive line there, whole defensive line. And we get some good looks, and we work on our pass rushing while they work on pass blocking.
What's the biggest thing that stuck out to you when you looked at kind of the stats from the BYU-Virginia game?
They had way too many yards.
519.
Yeah. The only thing that we beat them in was points on the board.
Turnovers.
And turnover margin, though.
And turnover margin,
the number one team in the country, and you guys took it away twice.
You're right. But other than that, I mean, they did too well against us. And you know, I think that I do think they're a really good team, and we look at competition that they've played, they've done really well against good teams as well. So I look at the stats though, and it does hurt because that BYU defense is better than that. There's no way that we should allow that many points.
So there's been this conversation this week that you look at a team like UCLA. They played Virginia and Texas. BYU has played Virginia and Texas, and you have handled both of those teams, I guess, in a better fashion, certainly against Texas, than UCLA has. Does that give you an added measure of confidence when you look at, like, well, they're the 12th ranked team in the country, and we've played those guys? Like, what does that do for your confidence?
I don't know. I don't really think about it that much, and I don't think you can because, you know, different situations, different players, different personnel. It's tough to compare teams, but I am happy with where we're at, and the chemistry on the team is continuing to get stronger. I was talking to Craig about this the other day. So my freshman year at BYU, we lost 3 games that season. That was more games than I lost in my entire high school career.
Yeah.
Oof.
And that was 2008. That was
that was
2008 quest for perfection.
Yeah, so we had a great season that year, but 3 losses, and I was like, what is going on? 3 losses, you know? And I was talking to Craig about this before the Virginia game, and I haven't felt this feeling with the team since high school. Since we had that chip on our shoulder, that confidence that we're going to go in this game. I don't care how hard it's going to be. I don't care how fast they are or how hard they hit. We're going to win this game. No doubt about it. So so the chemistry on the team, so I mean, going off your question, not caring about what other people are doing, just focusing on what we're doing. And I like where we're at. I like the chemistry.
I heard a story, like in, I want to say it was 07 or 08, where Daniel Sorensen wore like a UCLA shirt into the locker room. And one of his friends gave it to him that was on the team. And one of the O-linemen, I can't remember, was like, take that off.
Heck yeah.
Take that off right
get that
now.
out of here.
Is there someone in charge of the locker room right now for BYU football?
Well, okay, so yeah, our locker room captain is Brock Stringham, and he does a good job. I mean, if someone wears a shirt from another team, you know, hopefully,
Is it everybody that's
anybody
like, hey?
on the team will be like, "What the? Get out of here!" You know, get that shirt out of here. But
He made Danny take it off. He's like, I don't have another shirt. He's like, I don't care.
oh, good, yeah, I don't care. Go shirtless. But no, so Brock's job is just to keep the locker room clean, and he goes around and inspects the lockers. If anyone's locker is messy, then you know you're in for some punishments. And this year,
What's the punishment?
The punishment he chose is 100 yards of rolls. So you lay down on the goal line, and you just start rolling, just like little kids would do down the hill. It's a little different when you're older, though. It's not as fun, I'll tell you that. And like your head is just spinning. By the time you get to like the 50-yard line, your head is just spinning.
Have you done this?
Oh yeah. Well, this was
Keep
like
your locker clean.
Come on, man.
no, I haven't done it this year.
Oh, okay.
Come on, 5th year senior, I don't do that stuff. But
Okay.
when I was a freshman, that was the punishment for everything because they don't want to sprint you, they don't want to run you because they want to save your legs, so they roll you.
Roll you.
Yeah.
Biggest culprit?
There were 4 guys punished this week. One I talked to, one was a linebacker. I won't say his name though. But another one I talked to was Moose Bingham,
Moose Bingham.
our kicker.
Backup kicker.
But here's the thing: it didn't even bother him. He's like, "That wasn't too bad," and I'm just like, "Wait, did you go the whole 100 yards?" He's like, "Yeah, it was fine." So my theory is, the smaller you are, it doesn't matter as much.
Doesn't affect you as
I
much.
mean, when I was a kid, I was fine running down the hills. Moose Bingham probably didn't. I don't know.
Here's to no 100-yard rolls for you the rest of the season. Great to have you with us, Michael.
Thanks.